Assassin's Creed Origins. We're here to do a channel update for April. I have actually completed the game now. This will probably go up after that final episode, so you can catch that if you wish. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a cool ending. It certainly left a lot of things open, as you would imagine, I guess. There's still 2 DLCs to do, which I intend on doing, but maybe not right now. One thing I noticed when I completed the game was that there's quite a lot of areas that I haven't even uncovered yet, and I thought, why not go round and do that now that the game's complete? That I know the game's not going to kind of take me to that area, as it were. That would be good fun, I think. So yeah, can we also go to hello, Valley of the Kings and Sinai? Oh, that's cool. First off, we're going to head for this, I guess, to do the Atefa Pehutno. And when we go there, I guess we might as well do like, well, the point of this video, I guess, is for channel update, because there is a lot of stuff going to be coming in to the channel, I think, over the next sort of month or so. And yeah, just to let you guys know, I guess, what is going on with that, really. So maybe there's something you're excited about, or I don't know. So I guess one of the games which is already gone up, maybe even like finished by the time I do this, is a game called Gorogoa. Very short little puzzle game, beautifully hand drawn, and really, really cool. As I said, like 2 episodes of it long, but it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did too. It's very, very relaxing for sure. It was relaxing playing it, and hopefully it was kind of one of those ones where it was relaxing for you guys to watch. I purposely have wanted to do games which are kind of more relaxing in a way. I enjoy, I kind of felt like over the last few months a lot of the games I was playing were not relaxing. Now, I've always said on my channel that I don't have a problem with that. The thing is that I like to have a mixture, and I felt like I'd gone too far one way. I don't really think that, well, I don't know, no one had really said anything, but you know, I kind of like, I kind of feel like a curator in some way, you know, and I like to have like things balanced, you know, and if my channel isn't balanced, then that doesn't feel good. So I felt like I had too many games which were, shall we say, not relaxing, or not intentionally relaxing. So, for example, things like Assassin's Creed, I guess. Maybe not so much Hearthstone, because I think Hearthstone is a relaxing game. There we go, we've uncovered this region. Not a lot going on in here, but I guess it's uncovered. We can go to Kirka there as well. Next one, probably this Oasis. Let's go here. We haven't. Let's go there. Yeah, you know, things like, I guess, Assassin's Creed, Hearthstone to some extent, FIFA, I guess Subnautica's a weird one. I don't know if it is relaxing or not. I kind of find it quite relaxing to play. Some people don't, I guess. But there was nothing kind of like, you know, a Zelda or something like that. Not necessarily a Zelda, I guess, but just something which I felt was relaxing, you know. So we might actually take that guy on along the way. We'll see. If we catch up with him, maybe we'll take him on. Yeah, so I wanted something that was like that, and shut up. And there are a few games which I'd considered for a while to play. Gorogoa was one that came up on sale, and I was like, oh yes please. Came up for sale about £7, I think, which is good. Depends on what your thoughts are on like short games and experiences like that. For me personally, I am quite happy to play an hour and a half, 2 hour game for like £7, because I'd pay that to go watch a film. I think when you put it like that, it's justified. Whatever your preconceptions are of video games and how long they should be, I think £7 is a huge amount of money. and when you consider the amount of hours that go into making it, it's well worth the price, I think. Zagora Girls one, Rime is another one. I've got that on PlayStation 4. It was actually okay, I seem to have stumbled onto a bloody hell. Rime I got on PlayStation 4 through the PlayStation Plus kind of thing, which was cool. And I played a little bit of it a while ago and was like, oh, this would be perfect for like an ASMR playthrough. It's such a relaxing game. The sounds of it are really nice. Just the general flow of it's cool. It's like a little explory kind of game. So that's pretty cool. That's coming. PC Building Simulator, which nice slide, originally thought was a joke game. I thought it was one of those ones, you see their simulator games and it was going to be a bit of a joke. Turns out it's not a joke, it's totally serious. It even includes a lot of manufacturers, so it includes real parts. And the basic gist of it is, in the career mode anyway, that you open up your own repair shop and you repair people's computers. And I'm a massive geek and I love like computers and upgrading and the parts and all this kind of thing. Like, I'm well into all that, in a big way. I'm a massive loser in that respect. I guess it's like people who are into cars, and are like, oh yeah, I like cars, but I don't know the difference between like a V8 and a V10, for example. But there are people who just from the sound of it will be like, oh, that's a V8, and I'm kind of like, oh, computer parts. I built the computer I'm using for all this myself. I've upgraded my computers over the years. Myself, I'm going to be soon upgrading my girlfriend's computer for her as well. And yeah, it's just something I enjoy, and the game I've really enjoyed as well. It's one of those games where I didn't intend for the episodes to be an hour long, but I was just enjoying it and sort of engrossed in it that I liked it. And I like games where simulator games, Euro Truck Simulator is obviously one of my favourites, as most of you guys know. And people, I guess in some way it's like, oh, what's the point of this Euro Truck Simulator? But really the point of it, I guess, is just as a different experience. It's an experience of a game sort of thing. And PC Building Simulator does kind of like, there is like progression and levels. To be fair, there is in Euro Truck Simulator, but it's just like one of those things where I think it actually does tie in quite well. I've seen a few games over the years where it kind of features you running a business or whatever and doing that stuff, and this seems to work really well, I think. So keep an eye out for that. Again, I think it's a very relaxing game. There's no violence or anything like that. I don't mutilate someone with a graphics card or anything, so I think that's pretty relaxing. So there's like 3 games there which are already really relaxing, which are kind of bringing, I think, the balance back. There needs to be a balance in the force, right? You can have the dark side and you can have the light side, but you got to have something that brings balance. So alongside like Hearthstone, which the new expansion's out, I'm very excited. I just watched a video on the new Monster Hunt, which is like the dungeon hunt, but it's for the new expansion, the Witchwood expansion, and it looks incredible. I cannot wait. I really, really love Dungeon Run, and this looks even better, so I'm just super excited. I think from the time I record this, it's coming out in like a week, so it should be just under a week by the time this comes up, I guess. But yeah, just really excited about that. Weirdly, like completely free single player content. Blizzard, I don't know if they've started listening to people or if they had this ban all along. It's difficult to say, but they, for me, they definitely have improved the monetary model for the game. Like, I think a lot of people were really down with the game, me included, for the way they, I guess, just seem to like want to squeeze money out of people, and you know, it became a game which used to be free to play, as in you could do everything free to play, but then became just kind of horrible. And I don't think, like, I think that they're starting, and I wouldn't necessarily say they're starting to go back the other way. There's still massive power creep in the cards, i.e. the kind of classic set of cards that you get when you start the game, just by completing the little single player stuff, are so weak nowadays compared to what you get if you, you know, either buy the expansion or earn enough gold to do it. And you know, the cost of things is so expensive that it's really kind of like almost, or that the time needed is to a point whereby people would just be playing Hearthstone in order to be able to go free to play. So there's still work to be done, but I think they're getting better. The latest expansion was £45 and you got 70 card packs, which is the best value they've ever done, and it was good enough that I felt like I would invest that money into it for that. So if they keep up that sort of stuff, then I will be impressed, but it could also be because it was a new kind of like what they call a new year, so you know, they rolled out the old expansions and brought in, you know, and bringing in new ones. It could just be because this is the first one that they're doing that sort of value proposition. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I can speak about Hearthstone all day. I'm sure people don't really want me to, but yeah, Hearthstone's still there, Subnautica's still there. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be playing Subnautica. I don't know how much content there is left in the game. I know there's a few things I want to do, i.e. the Cyclops and Prawn suit, but what the ultimate end game there, I don't know, so I wouldn't expect to last a lot longer, as in, I don't think it'll make it to the summer, as it were, but I think that, are we in this new area? Yeah, we are. The Black Desert. But I thoroughly enjoyed what I have, and there are some rumours they're going to be bringing in some more content into the game, and yeah, that might make me go onwards. One game which I'm desperately waiting for them to bring out an update for, which has been promised for a long time, is RimWorld. They said like towards October, I think last year, that they were getting close to bringing out 1.0, and we're now in, you know, the end of April, you know, or mid-April, and we've heard nothing. So yeah, interesting. Okay, well that's the Black Desert. There's just sod all there. It's mountains. Okay, well let's maybe go down to the White Desert. Poor old Pike's running in the desert. This is not what he deserved, is it? Yeah, I think like with RimWorld, I'm patient, and I've done as much as I want to do in that game without it being 1.0, but as soon as that 1.0 comes out, I will do a series on it because I love it, and it's an interesting game, I think, where people kind of take a look at it and look how it looks and are like, oh, I don't really like the look of that, but it's so in depth that it's so much fun, and you can kind of build so much. It's kind of like a Dwarf Fortress Light. If those of you have ever heard of a game called Dwarf Fortress, it's a game which I'm fascinated by, but I don't think I could ever play because it just looks like the most complicated thing on earth. But I do watch other people play it, and it does intrigue me. But RimWorld, I feel like, is a kind of like a Dwarf Fortress Light, as it were. Okay, well let's go and get that one there while we're here. Get some hyenas over there. Hey, hyenas. Apparently if Bayek runs through the desert long enough, he starts to hallucinate, he starts to see mirages, so I wonder if we'll get that. Yeah, we'll see about Subnautica anyway, how much longer that's going to go on. Got some ideas of what I'm going to bring in to replace that. Fallout 4 is still ticking along nicely. I'm really enjoying playing through that. The survival mode adds a lot to the game, makes you think about a lot of things. It's harder, sometimes near impossible Yeah, and I worry that I'm going to, like, there's some little treasure up here, shall we just go get it? Sometimes I worry that I'm going to get myself in a sticky situation where I am like going to get stuck somewhere that I just can't get out of, and maybe if a save is going to have a problem, so I need to make sure that I get out of it, birds. Thanks for the crappy blue swords. Always appreciated. Do you think they dragged this guy a bit? That's pretty harsh if they did. Okay. Come on, Bayek. So yeah, I guess Fallout 4 is still ticking along, and that just for me is going to be a long playthrough. It might well have a break at some point in a similar way to Skyrim did, or has, but you know, we'll see, I guess, when that is. It's important to take a break sometimes on these long series, you know. I see other YouTubers do it, like Gopher, people like that, and you know, they break them into chapters, because sometimes you can really just get burnt out on a game, and that happened to me with Assassin's Creed 100%. I had to take a couple of weeks off. It might even have been 3 weeks, I think, and I was only like an hour from the finish, but it just burnt me out to the point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, you know. What was that? Oh, there's a dog behind me. Oh look, I'm hallucinating, there's a thing there. Okay, I got a big spear, by the way. Look, loot. Wait, that wasn't a hallucination, that was real. That's confusing as hell. Yeah, so I've got a spear. It's nice. I don't really like the spear, but I guess it's something. What was I going to say? What else have I got going on? FIFA's carrying on. I think once I get to the end of this season 3, which I'm in now, that will be it for FIFA 18. I don't know if I'll do FIFA 19 when it comes out. Like, pass, I don't know. I've really enjoyed doing this career mode. It's really great, but there's so many things with FIFA that just annoy me, and I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see. I don't really know. Hey, camels. You alright, guys? Oh shit. Okay, I didn't want to actually get in a fight with these people, but okay, well, you know what, now you've annoyed me. They're like level 39, these people, so I've just got to leg it, haven't I? Okay. Don't worry, we're not going to die today. We're just going to get in the water. Oh god. Gutted, look at that guy. Okay, he fell in the water. Gutted. Okay, let's dive. Let's get out of here. They don't know where I am. Oh, there's some loot down there. I can stay down here forever, guys. Well, not forever, but I don't know if they can see me or not. Okay, judging by the fact that that guy was trying to shoot me with a bow, I guess maybe he can see me, but you can see my breath meter. Yep, okay, we got away. Okay. We need to get up onto that tree. So I was going to fight them, and then I suddenly realised that they were, oh, there's one of these standing stone things here. Might as well do this while I'm here. Yeah, I suddenly realised that they're like level 39 and I'm only like level 35, so actually I might be 36 now, I don't know. Anyway, they're quite a lot more like tougher than me. We can get that boat back over. Anyway, so yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I think that's about it. Now, the big game that's coming out, and it's probably out before. Okay, I'm gonna find this constellation, and it's probably
you know how you're
out
Egyptian
before.
and Mother is Greek. What if Egypt and Greece go to war?
Greeks and Egyptians do not hate each other. We are all the same.
Doesn't look like it.
It feels like they do.
That
A
doesn't
priest
look
in
like
the
it
temple
either.
school said Greeks were destroying Egypt.
He was wrong to say that.
Aha,
There is
this
good
looks like it.
and bad in everyone.
There we go, like that.
You are the child of both Egypt and Greece.
Got it. Got it. The Great Twins. Yeah, that's kind of about it, I guess, for the current series going on. One, I guess, footnote is that Skyrim is coming back. I had a week off work and I modded it, and I'm happy with the way it looks, the way it plays. It might still crash a bit, but it always did. So I'm actually okay with that. I'm considering doing it as a edited series. So in other words, to actually like edit the footage anyway. Might try and see how that works out. In what way, I'm not too sure, but I might think about that. So certainly if it does crash, then I could just edit the crash out and it'd be a lot better. We want to kind of avoid these guys, so we just climb up this way, I guess. Yeah, Skyrim's coming back. I've already recorded the first episode, and it was good. I've got a lot to do in that, so I'm looking forward to jumping back in. I haven't played Skyrim for a while, because I was annoyed at how much it was crashing, but I think I've stabilised it quite well. It still looks great, still plays pretty well, so I'm looking forward to kind of playing through that. So I hope people are kind of excited about that coming back. I've kind of said before that I've always wanted to have a kind of a Skyrim series running on my channel. Okay, let's run down here to this desert, I guess. I'm going to get to that one, I don't think. Or maybe we can boat down there a little bit. Yeah, I've always wanted to have like a Skyrim series on the channel. It was one of the reasons why I got into this kind of genre, was Skyrim, really. And, you know, I kind of also love the Elder Scrolls. I'm excited about the new Elder Scrolls Online expansion coming to Somerset. That looks cool. And I did a stream on Elder Scrolls the other day. That was cool. Speaking of my streams and things like that, I've done a few recently. I think I'm going to kind of do it more for games which I'm not playing through on the channel, if that makes sense. So, you know, just kind of like chilling out, basically playing games which I might play off camera and stuff like that. Not necessarily playing through the whole of the game if it is that particular type of game. So I did it with Far Cry 5. Did a few streams on that. I actually ended up doing way more content on Far Cry 5 than I ever really intended to. I never intended to do too much of it on my channel. I don't think it makes a great ASMR game, to be honest with you. But I still did a few things. I did some like prep hunt kind of videos. I did some streams on it. It was fun. It's a really fun game. I've nearly completed it. As in, well, not like 100% or anything, but like nearly completed the story. And yeah, it's really fun. It's certainly been my game of the year so far. But we've got God of War coming out in my time tomorrow. For you guys, it probably already is out, and I've got high hopes for that. Now, I decided I'm not going to do a series on God of War on my channel. Generally because I think I just don't think it's going to suit that, and also I'm not like big into the series, so I don't know how much I'm going to enjoy it, you know, and I think I will enjoy it, and I think it looks great, and I'm excited to play it, but I still have some kind of hesitations around it, and also from a point of view like the series, although this is a slightly different one, is a very, very violent game as well. So I think I might do like maybe a stream on it at some point, or like a let's chat about kind of video, which I've done a few things on. I did one on Ghost Recon Wildlands recently, which, man, don't get me started on how much I've been enjoying that game. But yeah, I kind of figured that I wouldn't do like a playthrough of God of War, even though it could well be one of the biggest games of the year. Simply because, you know, for me, there's like, I've got other games I'm playing at the minute, other games for the channel, and I'm enjoying them, kind of, I think, well, Sandstorm, I'm enjoying them perhaps more than I would a God of War playthrough, you know, and it's very kind of story heavy, and story heavy kind of works in a way, but also like games which you can just kind of wonder, holy shit, this is bad news, right? Camel. Go, 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 go. There's a fucking great big sandstorm coming. This is not good. Can we hoof it, camel? My camel's based upon a chocobo, by the way. It's not actually a chocobo, it's a camel with feathers stuck to it. But holy shit. Okay, I've never actually been in a sandstorm before, so I mean, this is interesting. I have no idea what happens. Okay, I think we just managed to get out of it there.
Mountains of sand.
Yes, there is mountains of sand.
Whoa.
So I see now why they didn't really take you to any of these areas, just because it's just fucking desert everywhere. It kind of makes... Is there anything in this area? There's like something there, but we're not going to go there. We'll head up this way to the White Desert, I guess, and then cross over into... Oh no, that's it there. Then we can go there, there, there. Might not do all of them, but you know, we'll see how it goes. That sandstorm's kind of going the other way now, luckily. That was a bit scary. Yeah, so God of War, I think, is just one where, and like the other more selfish reason of why I don't really want to do a playthrough of it is because I've got a PlayStation 4 Pro. I've got a big TV with HDR, 4K TV with HDR, and I kind of want to play it on there because I think this is going to be the most the best like visual game that I've ever seen on PlayStation. Possibly even like, I wouldn't say on any console, but or any machine, because I think PC is still going to be capable of better. But I think it'll look as good as a really, really detailed 4K PC game. What the hell is that? This is a mirage. Appears to be a comet coming down. Let's keep going. So yeah, I think with that, as with other games coming out, I'm not too sure. I've said before, but I kind of feel like this year is, I don't think it's a bad year, but I think we were so spoiled last year that it's kind of gone now. What is going on? This is actual like mirages. It's freaky as hell. That looks so cool though. Wow.
Whoa.
Look at that's the edge of the map. Might be one of the reasons why it was. Great Sand Sea. Okay, let's go to Siwa and let's explore the Great Sand Sea. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's not as good as it was last year. But I think we were spoiled last year, especially with like the Switch coming out and stuff like that. But I think that the second half of this year could be something special. So I think the first half of the year is weaker than we saw is weaker than we had last year, but I think the second half of this year is going to be stronger than it was last year, for sure. Okay, where's my marker? Sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to run into you there. Okay, I appear to have accidentally taken the marker off. Okay, apparently it was the other way. Shouldn't really jump down there, should I? Home. New location discovered. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I kind of felt like I wanted to do kind of like more series of maybe some slightly older games, not older games, but maybe not as newer games for the first kind of half of this year, and then the second half of the year I'll probably focus more on the games coming out, particularly things like Red Dead, and some of the other big games which may not even have been announced yet, but I think it's going to be a good year definitely for gaming. I think 2017 is going to go down as a bit of a classic for me personally. Just played some of the best games I've ever played, but the Red Dead hype, and then the potential for new announcements coming at E3. A few other things I'm really interested in doing, or looking at anyway, like the new expansion coming for No Man's Sky, a game which people are still really angry about, and I don't know why. Like, the internet just does not let things go, does it? I don't understand it. I really don't. It's like that kind of Sea of Thieves thing again, I guess, where... Okay, yeah, as I suspected, there's Soddle there. Okay, look, we can do 3 and 1 if we go here. Yeah, I never really get it. Like, if a game has disappointed you, like, I get it, it's annoying. Like, I genuinely get it. It's not nice, if you've been looking forward to a game and then suddenly,
Egyptus continues to breach the conditions of friendship and send her agents.
Could you please shush? Sorry. Cat. I think this might be like a fort, so we might just want to maybe go around it. Here we go. So, yeah, I understand that, like, gets you disappointed. I understand that, like, people, I don't know what you're going to say, but you might feel like people lied to you. I understand that people lied to you, but I don't understand why you have to waste any more of your time complaining about it. So for me, No Man's Sky is that classic example where, like, the promises they made and the game that came out were not in line. Okay, they weren't. I'll go as far as to say they lied about what the game was going to do and what it could do. Okay, but over the last kind of, like, I don't know, year and a half, maybe, is it? It's been out maybe even close to 2. I think they've made that into a good game. There's still some things missing from it, and maybe this new expansion is going to kind of bring that in. Like, for example,
the Roman presence here is zealous and oppressive.
Okay, thanks, Pike. I think maybe this expansion is going to finally bring some sort of like multiplayer where people can actually play together. But I don't know why those people who probably played maybe a few hours of the game and then either got a refund or I don't understand why they haven't moved on. That's what puzzles me. Why they have to continually, like, just pipe up about things like that. Because, like, for me, I walked away from a lot of, like, game series a long time ago, Call of Duty, stuff like that, and, like, I'm cool, if people want to go and carry on playing that sort of series. And I guess the announcement recently has been, or the rumours are, that there's not going to be a single player campaign in the new Call of Duty. Instead, it will just be focused on multiplayer stuff, zombies and things like that. And people are defending it for whatever reason. fine. You know, whatever you want to do, it's fine. I have no problems with it. Right, so if we kind of keep running this way, might be able to get a couple of regions in one. But it just doesn't bother me because I'm just not in that ecosystem anymore, and I don't get why people still kind of go on about things, you know. Other games, like, I feel like The Division and stuff like that, like, people just seem to have the wrong idea about these games, and I don't understand it. Like, is it just because, I don't know, did it like hurt them that much? I don't know. Like, my thing is always like, is this, okay, if a game comes out and someone says it's going to do all this and that, okay, and I'm not sure about it, then I'll wait for the reviews. Okay, so I waited for the reviews of God of War because I was like, well, I don't know if I'll like this game. The reviews came out, they're all fantastic across the board. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to pay this game. If I pay my, what was, I think $59.99 for it because I brought it on digital download because I'm lazy, if I play that game and I don't like it, you know, I'm not going to feel sad about it. I'm just going to be like, well, I didn't, you know, there was that game. It's not like I've got 8 games I, you know, want to spend money on right now. I haven't really got any other games I want to spend money on. So, yeah, I never really got it. I might as well get that while we're here. I appreciate the fact that, like, for some people they might save up for a game. You know, they might spend they might have a, you know, part-time job or something like that. They've saved up, they spent their £40–50 on a game or whatever, and then the game doesn't do what they said it was going to do, and they're pissed off about that. I get it, but in the case of No Man's Sky, I kind of believe that, like, people have still got a good game right now, and, like, I didn't think it was as bad as everyone made out when it first came out. I really didn't. I enjoyed it. And it wasn't like it was, you know, completely busted and broken and in early access and that type of thing. Like, it was fine. There were problems with it, without a doubt.
Sandstorm coming.
And I think they fixed a lot of those problems with updates, and it's now a very good single player game. I, however, think that they need to get some multiplayer in it to kind of fix it. So yeah, I don't get the kind of vitriol that people kind of have for that game in particular. I guess it's just because they have a focal point of a guy, Sean Murray, you know, who made the game and said all this, and then he didn't. I guess it's like you have that focal point, don't you? So you can just vent your frustration at things at that person. But, and I completely appreciate that people need to be held to account and be like, hey, you know, it's not acceptable to say things if your game's not going to include those things. Like, I totally get that, because otherwise other people will just do the same thing. But I do think there are people out there doing a lot worse things and getting away with it. You know. So take everything with a pinch of salt, I say. God, look, this area looks like Costa Rican wildlands. A game which I did a video on, I did a stream on it, and I did another video on it. I don't know if that's gone up yet, I don't think it would have. But I just thoroughly... Well, where's the hay? Oh, it's there. I barely saw it. Okay, we've got this reason there. Quatara Depression. There's a massive sandstorm there though, so that'll be fun. Yeah, so I never really got people's vitriol for No Man's Sky, but I do absolutely agree that people should be held accountable, especially in the video game industry, for stuff that they're doing. And I think there's a lot of people who are getting, like, free rides on things.
Obsceno got clear.
Wow. How lucky are we to do sandstorms in one game? Okay. I think treasure in here somewhere. Center not available because there's a sandstorm, right? Yeah. Clever. Hey. Shit, didn't see him. Let's give him a whack with the spear. Might actually use the sword because a bit better with the sword. So, have we unlocked this area yet? No. So yeah, I'm looking forward to No Man's Sky anyway. Maybe I'll do another series on it. We'll see. We'll see what it is. It could just be that they're going to be bringing it to Xbox because they've obviously said that they're doing that, but I don't know. Okay, we have unlocked the Qatari Depression, a very depressed region. Okay, where else have we got? Just the two Sierras. Oh, and there as well. And then we've got nearly the whole place done. Yay! So I guess let's go up here. We can do some sailing. Where have we got them? It's going to be close here. Alexandria. Yeah, we could get a boat there. I think get both areas in one. And just that little area to the right. And I've done what I've wanted to in this episode. There's still so many things I could do in this Assassin's Creed. I don't know if I could be bothered to get to that level. What I'm beginning to understand about video games is especially with like Ubisoft games, I think in particular they do this, is that I don't think they expect somebody like me to complete all of the content. And when I say somebody like me, what I mean is somebody who has maybe gaming is a hobby, certainly not a full-time, gamer, as it were, but it's a hobby. I'm probably like an enthusiast level, I'd say. I play most of the big games that come out, and
Not good.
for God's sakes, there's going to be another. Why am I running this way? I want to be running this way. I want to like go to there. Okay, this way. There you go. Oh, what we need is a boat anyway. So there's a boat. There's a boat over there. Can we get out to sea from here? If we can get onto those bridges, yes we can. Oh look, there's a little boat here. Oh, there's not one for. Okay, we're gonna commandeer this guy's boat. Hey buddy, I need to borrow your boat. You take a seat. We're gonna take you on a little guided tour of Alexandria. Here we go. Don't worry, you're gonna love it, buddy. Don't you worry about it. God, I can't even remember what I was saying now. Yeah, I don't think they expect a guy like me to do everything in this game, but I think there are obviously a lot of people out there who perhaps they only buy like 2 or 3 games a year and then they just play through that game until they complete everything in the game. I have a friend like that. He's just got into the Assassin's Creed games and he doesn't play that many games. He does spend quite a lot of time, but he doesn't play a lot of games. But when he does play a game, he like 100%s it, just like does it. And I think there are people like that who Ubisoft kind of like they cater towards. So if we kind of like go that way, we'll get both areas. Yeah, they kind of cater towards. But I think it's always a case that they don't necessarily expect you to do everything, Been plenty of games over the years where I haven't done everything in the game. Witcher 3, definitely one of them. Never did every quest in that game. Don't think I'll ever will, unless maybe in like 5 years' time they do like an enhanced edition, and it's in like on the PlayStation 5 or something like that. Maybe I'll jump back into it, but probably not. Even in games like Fallout and Skyrim, there's still bits in that which surprise me nowadays, and I've put a lot of hours into those games, Skyrim in particular. So, yeah, I think there's, like, I've stopped feeling bad I guess, if I don't do everything in a game, or like my level of completion. Yeah, we're at the Great Green Sea. Okay, we've done that. We just need to get to that one now. Yeah, my level of completion is, this guy's shooting himself because we're like out in the sea in a little reed boat. But yeah, my version of complete in a game is different to other people's version of complete in a game. So I feel like that's an important distinction sometimes which you can make. So, like Ghost Recon Wildlands, for example, I'm playing and I'm enjoying it a lot. There's no way on earth I'm going to probably complete that game. There's so much stuff in there, like more than Assassin's Creed, I think. But I love just jumping in there and doing a region and doing bits. I'm not going to do every side mission in the region. Might not find every little thing there is to do, but just generally enjoying what there is and like the variety of what's going on and trying out different things and stuff like that is fun. So I think as you go on, like playing games, you have to just play a game in a way that's fun for you, you know, and not worry about, like, I don't ever worry about trophies or anything like that. I like getting trophies, but particularly when they're that kind of like bullshit ones, you all know those ones, I'm just like, no, can't be bothered. Okay, this is our last region. As I said, I will do the DLC for Assassin's Creed, I think, especially because the way the story ended, I was very intrigued about what was going to happen next. In particular, the Hidden Swan DLC. So yeah, there is actually an island over it. That's interesting because there's a Phalacity Halfhorn who would probably kick our ass because he's like 2 levels above us. Yeah, so I will do that, and I will. What the hell,
Who's
buddy?
there?
I'm in the middle of recording a video.
I will hurt you so much the god will sing stories of how badly for ages.
I think this guy's blind.
Keep the peace, friend. I'm merely curious.
There is little enough left of value. The jackals have already stripped the site clean.
I read about an ancient battle between Mahes and Ochus, and wondered if it was here.
This was where Mahes fought and died at the hands of Bagwas the King, and Mentor the Rodian. You may have read my version of Ma'ani Jehuti. No?
I have no idea who this guy is.
Do you know what became of Mahes' sword?
The sword of Ta, said to be sacred both to Sekhmet and Serket.
Sorry, there's a
No.
flashy sword
As I
available.
said,
Well, you've got my
this
attention.
place has long been plundered. The bandits stay north of here, so I stay far away.
Thank you. I'll head north.
Okay. I'm always intrigued by new weapons. But I am just going to head this way to unlock this area. And then we will be done for this video. So, I didn't know I was going to do all of them in one video, so that's pretty cool. So yeah. If you're still watching, thanks for coming this far. I've enjoyed it. It's a beautiful game, by the way, Assassin's Creed Origins. I recommend it, even if you're playing on like PlayStation or Xbox. Whatever you're playing on, I thoroughly recommend it. There's plenty there to keep you going. If you're into long games, if you're not into long games, be aware there is a little bit of grinding towards the end, but it's not too bad. I thought it'd be a lot worse than it did. I think you have to basically get to about level 34 before you complete the game, and the level cap's 40, so at least they don't make you get all the way to 40. Morning, the Phalacites in the air. Oh yeah, look, there he is. He will kick our ass, so we're not going to go near him. But that is the region discovered anyway. So thank you so much for watching. As always, it's been my pleasure. We have done this area. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.